Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Minecraft Seas and Reviews tour series. Last time, we were blessed with Luca's episode 57, which was brilliant island living, but oh my goodness, there was so much good stuff this side of the Nether and the other side of the Nether. You've got to go and see this one. It was an absolute cracker. Let's get on with episode 58. We're going to generate this world together like we always do. I've called the world name the world seed because otherwise I will lose it, but let's pop it in the seed as well, otherwise you're just going to end up with a blank world with loads of holes in it, and that's not exciting for anybody. Let's create this new world now and see what we don't get when we walk in. I'm told that this one is beautiful, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be disappointed. We've got a great vista all the way around us. Let's tower up on some blocks so we've got a marker spot for where we spawn in. And I am not disappointed. What a great open space we've got right here. We've got the broken portal just to the back of us there. We've got huge open plains, not too much terraforming required. Little mountains in the background. We've got spruce trees, we've got oak trees, we've got birch trees because everybody needs sticks, right? And we've got pumpkins in the back as well. There's a village. This is a great spawn. However, that is all well and good to have this around spawn, but what is out a little bit further? Let's pop out to the north and see what we can't find. We've got this really beautiful winding river coming around between these two kind of mountainous woodland areas. Plenty of birch, plenty of oak, and the river there starts to dry up too. Now that's interesting. Could that be a potential squid farm? You never know. Dried rivers are beautiful spots for potential squid farms. You need to get rid of some of the water. Continued open plains though. It's very interesting. We've got some raised area up there. We've got some dark oak just over to the right hand side. So we've already got spruce, we've got birch, we've got oak. We've now got dark oak, only acacia and jungle wood missing. And we've barely travelled any distance. We've got a little cave down there that could be potentially interesting. Lots of open water, squid spawning all over the place, and these really pretty mountains, snow-capped, right in front of us for us to be able to explore. Plenty of mining opportunities inside of those mountains. You're going to get a lot of ores in mountains. I tested that out once, and the only place that's better to mine the mountains is a swamp. We've got another broken portal just over there. Plenty of treasure, really, really close by, and it looks like as we continue to the northerly direction, we're getting even more mountains. This one, quite a large one. In fact, I think this might be a shattered savanna. Yes, indeed it is. So this shattered savanna here is insane. Look at that. It kind of yields right in front of you like some kind of bizarre machine thing as it lurches. We've also got, can you see down there, look? We've got another broken portal, which is fantastic. But I just want to look at the shape of this. How cool is that? That is just absolutely superb. I love the shape of it. It looks a little bit like an elephant that got injected with steroids when it was a baby. But we've got all kinds of things. Just please come and do something on this. I need somebody to build something awesome, steampunky on this and send me a photo of it. Just across the other side of that big old shattered savanna, we've got this nice desert. I can't see anything too temple-y or pyramidy at the moment, but perhaps we'll come across something. But I'm too distracted by this second shattered savanna. Look, it's just beautiful. You could really do something gorgeous with it. Send me the photos. I need to see them, but that looks fantastic. Water cascading down it, just absolutely brilliant. That doesn't look like it's going to give us anything that we can raid this desert, apart from a boatload of sand, obviously, which is quite useful, but no pyramids that I can see. Surrounded by plains and savanna, which is not uncommon for deserts, and then we can carry on. We've got another broken portal just here. See that? That's a little one. So it's still loads of stuff that we can go raiding with, which is quite nice. We've got this flower forest. Excellent. So a flower forest coming in at 300 minus 1750. Plenty of flowers there for your dyes and other bits and pieces. Absolutely lovely. And we've got a village. Let's see, a desert village it looks like. Just on the edge of the flower forest. Anything worth looking at in the desert village. They're not often that fantastic, these desert villages, especially when you've got them on split levels and you've not got any towers Towers are really what you like in desert villages, because then you can create some kind of raid farm. But this one isn't going to do that for us, unfortunately. But what has got over here, I've just noticed in the distance, we've got another desert village that does have towers. Well, I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings, because we have got 2 towers. But not only have we got 2 towers, we've got lots of quite nice looking houses as well. Different professions, cartographer there, so you can come and start nicking stuff, which is obviously the only reason you really come to a village. This could definitely be turned into a raid farm as a result of those 2 towers. That's brilliant. Bringing myself back on course a little bit, we've got more villages. We've got a village over there. You can see that village right there. That's a little tiddly village on a few split levels. And we've got another village. I'm sure I just saw it. Yeah, over there, look. Another village over there with a single tower set just a little bit up on the mountainside. That single tower could be quite useful for picking off raiders as well. That's quite nice. But if we continue north, pretty sure that this direction is north. Yes, it is. Let's see whether or not this desert's got anything else. We've got our first desert temple. So we are now sitting at 200 minus 2,500. And that's the closest desert temple I've seen. But this desert is huge. It's one of the larger deserts I think we've seen in this series, and we've seen some pretty big deserts, but you are never going to be short of sand in this place. We've got another village, a savannah village, coming on the left-hand side, which is relatively flat by savannah village standards, which is quite nice. And then, we got a mesa. Look at this. We've got the mesa, the Badlands coming in on top of us. We are now at around about 3,000 directly north, and you hit this Badlands, and it's a good one as well. Look, we've got lots of valleys and all kinds of things going on here. That could be made into some kind of Wild West thing. All the colours. Look at that. All of the colours right down there. This is lovely. And it's bounded by the savannah here and kind of flips around sideways and comes out. This is a good find. 3,000 blocks straight north. 1 savannah at your service. Also, this riverbed here, that could definitely be turned into a squid farm. And as we leave that mesa behind us, we're coming into the ocean, and I can see a little cheeky ocean monument right there. That's fab. Right, what coordinates have we got for the ocean monument? That is coming in at around about 400 minus 4,200. Ocean monument right there. Dead easy for you to find. Lots of water surrounding it actually, but close enough to a few little land masses where you could potentially make something decent out of it. That's nice. We're heading out east from our pole, and you can see we've got the broken portal just down there. Let's come below the clouds so we can see what we're doing. But we've got a beautiful open pasture here. Really nice water feature. You could do kind of a lakeside town on that. That would look brilliant. I like the idea of that. I'd do that myself. And we've got another village just coming up really, really close to spawn. So if you wanted to villagize anything as a build near spawn, you could totally do it. And what I really like about it is that we have a blacksmith's. So you can come in and nick the lovely treasures that the blacksmith often does have. We've got more trees here, more open plains. In fact, the plains continue on a really, really lot actually. So much open space here to be able to do building with. I really like that. Oh, we've got a swamp coming in right in front of us. Another broken portal. This is the seed of broken portals, this fella. Absolutely brilliant. It's a nice wet swamp as well by the look of this. Plenty of water. So if you wanted to do yourself a little cheeky slime farm, you could absolutely do it there. Lots of water, so you wouldn't have to do too much lighting up, which is always the pain when you're doing slime farms that are kind of swamp based. But this is nice and open, more watery, which means you can get perhaps just slime spawning in there. That would be nice. We've got a tiny little flower forest. Is it tiny little, or am I talking rubbish? It's not massive, but it's nice enough. You could be able to get yourself a flower farm in there. It continues out that way just a little bit. And we've got what looks like a wrapped around dark oak forest that wraps around there to there with a little swamp right in the middle. Again, this swamp is maybe not quite as wet, but it's still relatively wet, I guess, compared with the other one. We've got another broken portal right down there too. I can't believe the number of broken portals that we found. I know I'm going off in the wrong direction, but I'm just having a quick look around this swamp. This swamp, possibly wetter than the last one, actually. I like it. This could be a good swamp. Can't see any witch huts, sadly, which would have made it absolutely perfect, but very nice for you to be able to go and do yourself a little slime farm. And we're coming out of the swamp and moving into a savannah on the right hand side and a desert on the left hand side. And the desert wrapped around the savannah, and it is another big desert. It seems to be basically broken portals and deserts. This one is loads and loads of stuff, but we do have another temple right here, little desert temple, which sits at 1800 minus 483. We have gone ever so slightly off of the axis, but we've got another desert temple just in front of it here as well. Even more treasure, as if you needed more treasure. That's quite nice. We've got that at 2000 minus 488. That's pretty good. We've got another broken portal, obviously, because we've not had enough of those, and the desert continues out. Little bit of savannah wrapping back in towards the right hand side, and I think this is going to yield into an ocean. So let's just have a quick look to see what's on the other side, or maybe partway across. So what would you expect to have on the other side of the ocean to a desert? Well, another desert, obviously, but this one's got a shipwreck right there, and we've got a nice looking coral reef. I say nice looking because it looks like it could spread. The light seems to spread out quite nicely in that direction. It's an okay size. It's not some of the big, oh no, it carries on into the distance. It's an okay, this is a big one. It's not an okay size. It is a big one. This coral reef is just continuing on and on. More coral than you can possibly ever need. Sea pickles for days. What a nice find. This fella is at 3100 minus 699 where I am right now, but it covers a lot of coordinates, so just come and have a look. Yet another broken portal as we come across, well, I say the other side of the coral reef. It's not even the other side of the coral reef. This thing is just carrying on and on and on. It's the Great Barrier Reef for Minecraft, but we do have that broken portal next to another little dark oak forest on the side of the mountains as we continue out in the easterly direction. Look, it's still going. The coral reef is literally still going. We've got a few little islands next out to it though. Another broken portal. Seriously, how many broken portals is that? I think that's about 12. And a huge birch forest. You're not going to know what you can do with all of the sticks and crafting tables and other wooden items, chests that you might want to work on with all of that birch. We've got a lovely wet swamp right here. That wet swamp is beautiful, yet still no witch hut that I can see, but that big open space could not be better, tailor-made for a slime farm. But we do have a villager, not a villager, a pillager tower right in the middle here, which implies there's probably a village close by it as well. So this pillager tower sitting at just over 4,000 blocks, almost immediately to the east. I wonder where that village is going to be. Generally, pillager towers have a village fairly close by, but this one looks like it might have been a rogue pillager tower. Nothing particularly close at all. That's quite interesting. That is pretty rare to have a village nowhere near a pillager tower. It is South's turn for a little bit of an explore now as we come away from that spawn area. Over these mountains, we've got that spruce forest right there, that taiga biome, moving into a taiga mountains biome, which is always quite nice to explore. Plenty of wood to be got, but yeah, good mining, caves, all that kind of thing, always close by. Quite a nice looking bay. If you're into building around kind of a bay type of area with that rock jut out there, that's nice. You could do quite a nice harbour, elevated harbour in that bay. That's beautiful. And the rivers coming into it, all those tributaries, could give you real big options for extra detail. The taiga biome continues off to the south as well until it gives way to what looks like more plains, because we don't have enough plains over at the back there, did we? But these plains are maybe a little rougher than the last ones. We've got a semi-ravine there. Big old gorge coming out there, and that's, is that more ocean coming off to the in front of us? We've got one of those really interesting round pool things that you get in Minecraft for some reason, but more interesting mountains to the left and more mountain taiga right directly in front of us. Lot more ocean, what looks like a swamp coming up in front of us in this direction, and now we have one. We've got a witch hut, and this is a good one as well. Look at this. We've got wetness here. All the way around here, there's wetness. These trees are still in the wetness. The ground doesn't start until it gets there. You've got the witch hut in the wetness. You've got what looks like more swamp biome. You can see where the water's changed colour. That's still swamp, even though there's non-swamp next to it, which means that you could probably, there's a little witch inside. You could, let's go and have a look at her. Hello, witch. You're just having a little wander. You could probably do an AFK outside of the swamp and still get yourself plenty of slime and also witch drops as a result of being close enough to the swamp and those, but away from land masses, so you wouldn't have too much lighting up to do. That's a nice one. Great find. Just past that swamp, we are coming over the mountains into another plains area that would need quite a lot of terraforming, unless actually this kind of hill is almost terraformed for you as it comes up and over. That's nice. And that gives way to even more ocean with a little bit more swamp that kind of peninsulates out across the ocean. I just made that peninsulates word up, and I think actually that should be included in the dictionary from now on. I don't know what you guys think. Comments below. Let me know what you reckon to the word peninsulate. We've come out beyond those plains and we've hit our first frozen ocean, which is at around about 2,500 blocks, almost directly south. Always nice to see a little bit of ice, because ice is very useful for things like transportation systems, sorting systems, that kind of thing. Get yourself some ice. That will greatly reduce your lag because you won't need quite so many hoppers, and that's always good, especially on a server. The other side of the ocean, pretty bland looking ocean, not a lot in that I can see. We've got more plains area with an interesting little outcrop, swamp to the right hand side, what looks like a dark oak forest, another witch hut. Let's get ourselves a little bearing on this witch hut. Again, similarly wet there, that is nice. That is 3,000 blocks almost directly to the south. This is quite a small dark oak forest. Is it literally just a little bit on the mountain? That's all you've got. Okay, be careful you don't clear that one out so as it's gone, but you're probably all right because you've got a little bit more coming off to the left-hand side as well. That dark oak forest moving straight into the distance there. You've got plenty of dark oak. I'll take it back. This is a nice area too. Great for building. Nice open lake area, a little bit of lakeside property. If you cleared some of these trees, you could do something really quite nice on that area directly in the middle of the screen. The direction we've not done yet is west, and oh, I like that. That's really nice. You could do something just coming around there with a little bit of a build, make a feature of that completely natural waterfall. That's a nice idea. Right, pictures people, what do you build with that when you come on this seed? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested in some ideas what you could do there. Nice snow-covered, snow-capped mountains with a lava fountain complementing that water fountain there. Not fountains, obviously they're waterfalls and lava falls. Got tigers to the right-hand side, winding rivers coming all the way through. You could travel for miles by river on this seed. The rivers all connect up, and then you come to this area here. Need to just jump over that a little bit, and more river on the other side that turns into plains, and another swamp again. Quite swampy. We've got another village on the right hand side there. That swamp's relatively wet, but no witch huts on that one that I can see. But you could colonize this village here and do something with the swamp, quite possibly. We've got a church on this one, so you could come maybe get your ender pearls by trading with the cleric in there. That's always a good idea. This is a nice area too. Look at this. We've got a sunken portal. We've not seen a broken portal for about 4 minutes. Thank goodness for that. I'd have been worried that they were removed from the game for a little while then. But this river continues literally due west as it comes around within these mountains. Birch forest, or as I like to call them, a chests and stick forest to the right hand side. Plenty of bees. Looks like we've got another flower forest coming on the left. That's a slightly bigger one by the look of it. Plenty of opportunity there for different flowers. Just looking at the map of that, you've got some quite nice mixtures of flowers close by. So you can get, oh look at that, that's good right there. That is -1315 244. You've got a good mixture of flowers. You get all kinds of different flowers there in just a single farm, because flowers only ever grow in exactly the same place no matter how many times you pick them. We've got here a church and a blacksmith's in the same village at -1300 287. That's a nice village to find. Probably the best one we've got so far, with that double find right next to... Is that another? No, that's horses. I thought it was another portal. Oh well, they fooled me. More plains, more dark oak forest on the right hand side there. You've got places for lava if you wanted to build yourself another portal without getting diamonds. That's always possible. And you know what? This mightn't be too bad a job for a speed run with the things that you've got quite close by. It's not too bad at all. Then you've got this huge desert again. Desert expanding out into the distance, just more and more sand. It's a very dry seed when it comes to desert, but there's lots of wet swamp. It's quite changes its mind within a coin flip. More dark oak on the right hand side there. Turn it into a little bit more ocean. As we come out further in this direction, about 3,000, we've got another broken portal there and a nice exposed ship, so you can come and do shipwreck hunting, get yourself some treasure. Very treasurable seed this. There's lots of places you can get treasure very, very easily. And then opens up onto another plains area that is beautifully flat. Almost zero terraforming required with this one. That's nice. You could try maybe building here, minus 3,200, almost directly west. And it just continues up into the distance with the backdrop of those cliffs with the trees on top. I can imagine the town build that you could put on that, surrounded by river. Beautiful. Doing some /locate commands, we can see here that the nearest desert pyramid is only 1,500 blocks away, so closer than one that we found. The nearest jungle pyramid is only 4,000 blocks away, but it is off in a diagonal, which is why we didn't see it. Nearest mansion is about 12,000 blocks away, which if you're using Nether transportation system isn't actually that far at all, really. It's a long walk, but 12,000 blocks is easily doable, and it's about average for most seeds. Nearest monument is 3,500 blocks. It's at a diagonal again, so it's a little bit closer than one we saw, but not much closer. The stronghold is less than 1,500 blocks away. That's brilliant. And here I've done jungle pyramid again, just because I wanted to be sure. Bit embarrassing. Hopefully no one noticed that one. Taking a look at the mine atlas map with this seed, you can see that mace that we found directly north, about 2,500-ish blocks. But we do have this big old open frozen area, and we've also got some ice spikes up at 5,000 minus 4,400, which is always nice to see. The jungle down there, southeast, and also another jungle directly west if you carry on going, about 5,000 blocks to the west. And also about 3,000 blocks north and west for another jungle as well. It's quite a lot of jungles, in fact. My goodness me. Oh, and just here, I almost missed it. We've got ourselves a mushroom island at around about 1,990 minus 2,3. So again, directly diagonally. Lots of diagonal stuff. Things when you go straight was beautiful. Diagonal is utility. Look, we've got more frozen stuff up to the left there. We've got more islands, huge mushroom islands up there at the top. This is a really nice seed when you look at it here. We have quaffed a night vision potion and have gone into spectator mode, so we can have a quick shifty underneath the ground. If you don't want spoilers, we're going to be going under in 3, 2, 1, boom. And what have we got underneath here? It's actually under the spawn part itself. It is relatively black, meaning plenty of mining, probably quite a lot of ores there. But if you go out just 100 or so blocks in any one direction, I mean, look at some of this is a big old cave, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that an unusual cave? How that's been kind of flowed down. It's almost like the water has churned it out. I like that cave generation very much. That's absolutely beautiful. It's completely enclosed, so you can't actually get to it. What is the coordinate? So we're at 76, 37, 94. I love that cave. I actually love that cave. It's almost like the Cave and Cliffs update came early. That's really lovely. But what else have we got? We've got a mine shaft over here. So let's come and have a look at this mine shaft. Very close to spawn again. I can already see some spawners here. We've got spider spawner right there. Easy to make a farm out of that. This is quite an easy one to explore, actually. It's very well connected together. Not too many kind of gaps and hidden entrances. We've got emeralds. I know emeralds aren't quite as exciting anymore now. We're doing loads of villager trades, but there's emeralds to be had there completely for free. It's a decent sized mine shaft. Not a lot of spawners, but there was that one spawner there that you could find it quite easy to do a farm with. Looks like that might have been the only one. No, there's another one right here. We've got another spider spawner right here, just at the end. So do be cautious of that as well. What's the coordinates for that? Are minus 172, probably about 30 to 72. That's quite good. I wonder if there's any more. And the short answer is yes, we've got two spawners that possibly might just be too far away to be dual. You never know. That actually might work out into a double spawner farm there possibly. That one is a zombie one, and this one over here is a, oh yes, it's my favourite. It's a skelly one. So we've got a skelly spawner and a zombie spawner. I reckon you could double that up. What are the coordinates of right in the middle of that? We've got 171, 16, 142 is directly between those two spawners. Come and have a look, because let me know in the comments below. Is that one double farmable? I reckon it is. Another zombie spawner there, really close to the surface as well. You can see the surface is just there. That is at 143, 56 minus 42. Really close. And just as I was about to give up, we've got another skelly spawner right here. And that is coming in at 311, 42, 48. This is a lot of spawners in a very close area around that spawn. You can see it's nearer the abandoned mine shaft. This is a different abandoned mine shaft that I saw in the distance. And you've got another spider spawner there. You've got spider spawner just over there. You've got all kinds of... This is a nice mine shaft as well. I like this one more than I like the other one. Definitely. Easier to circumnavigate that one, to get from one place to another. Easy to get down to with this cave system. Another spider spawner just over there. Can you see that? Brilliant. So many spawners. It's insane. Time to go interdimensional now. Let's see what we've got the other side of this very square portal. I thought I'd make a square one today. What have we got on the other side? It is... We're coming through... And look up immediately. We don't have any lava falling on our heads. It looks like we are lava safe. But we are in the Nether Wastes. Lava not that far away, just over there. So do be slightly cautious. You are probably not so ghast safe, but it's not terrible. We've had worse, that's for sure. But it looks like Nether Wastes. Quite a long direction in every direction, actually. This might be difficult to... Oh, no, look. Here we got a little bit of a forest coming up on here. You can see that. That's nice. Let's see what else we've got close by. A quick locate biome and locate command session tells us that the Basalt Delta is only 127 blocks away. The Crimson Forest is under 300 blocks away. The Soul Sand Valley is also under 300 blocks away. The Warp Forest was the one we just saw. It's just across the way there. Bastion Remnant is less than 400 blocks. And the Fortress is really, really close. 171 blocks away. However, do remember that / locate command can sometimes tell you fibs and things can be closer than it says. However, everything quite close, so it's quite probable that those are right. Well, I came to look for the Basalt Deltas, and this is the closest one. You can see there it's all Basalt Delta. And we have got this hugely open Nether Fortress. It's absolutely brilliant, this Nether Fortress. Look at it. Over this just huge old lava lake as well. They don't come a lot better than this. It's massive. It's big. It's enormous. Look, the Warp Forest is right there as well. Very close by. It goes from Warp Forest right across the lava lake into the Basalt Deltas. It's got spawners there. How easy would it be to turn that spawner into a blaze farm? Oh my goodness. This is one of the best fortresses I think I've ever seen. Another one there. In fact, are they close enough to make a double? Quite possibly they're close enough to make a double blaze farm. That's absolutely superb. But most importantly, where's my fungus? We've got one fungus room there by the look of it, and another fungus room right here too. Let's come inside. Yep, this is brilliant. This is a really, really nice place that we've got here. I like this very, very much indeed. Coming around, we've got like skellies all over the place. This is a cracker. What a great find. I think without doubt one of the better Nether Fortresses we have seen in this entire series. Absolutely gorgeous. You have got a long and winding Soul Sand Valley. Absolutely massive. It goes on for ages in that direction with a bastion. Look at this. Gold blocks aplenty. Watch out for that fella there. He is not your friend. Not remotely. But this is easy to loot. Look, you've got lovely open space. Is that... Yep, you've got yourself some gilded blackstone in there. You've got loads of stuff you can come and nick. But what was really interesting as I was just having a wander against more open Soul Sand Valley. Look at that. Loads of bone blocks if you need them. Continue just along the Soul Sand Valley in this direction. And what do you get? Another Bastion Remnant right on top of the first one. And this one is even bigger, even more formed, and even easier to traverse than the last one. You've got so much potential for looting, so much potential for being killed a really lot by these things here, that there's 3 of them, 4 of them. How are you meant to survive that? For goodness sake. But 5, I'll take it back. That's insane. But how often do you see 2 Bastion Remnants so very close to each other, full of lovely loot? Come and get it. You know you want it. I love this seed. It might be one of my favourite seeds of the entire series. It's got so much going for it. It's beautiful. It's got all the structures really close by. The Nether Spawn is absolutely amazing. And if you want to go around and just amble through your world, build farms, build structures, make a beautiful everything, it is exactly what you need. So thank you so very, very much. Cubby Blue and Minex. Cubby Blue and Minex, thank you so much for sharing this seed. It is a cracker. Really, really love it. and I really hope that it gives some people a lot of joy. If you've got an amazing seed that you think can compete with this one, whether it is on Bedrock or Java, I don't mind, do send it to me at avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. That is avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. Make sure you give me as much information as you possibly can, like Cubby Blue and Minix did, so as I know whether or not it should come on one of these episodes. I've got hundreds of seeds that have been sent to me. Make sure yours stands out. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.